mother of a 4-year-old boy who died after his cancer treatment was delayed at Colchester General Hospital, has condemned what she believes was a deliberate cover-up. Comes after members of staff have claimed that they were being pressured to falsify records on cancer patients in order to meet targets. The trust has been put into special measures. The police have been called in, and Sky's Rhiannon Mills is following the story outside the hospital. Rhiannon, a lot of attention focused on the tragic case of this 4-year-old boy, but he could be, perhaps now it seems, be one of many who suffered at this hospital.
Certainly there is a wider investigation going on here at Colchester Hospital as a result of claims that there were delays in treatment for cancer patients and claims that staff felt they were being bullied into changing data, so it looked like the hospital were meeting these waiting times. But if we look at the case of Mackenzie Cackett, little Mackenzie was suffering from headaches, he'd been vomiting, and that's why his parents decided to take him to hospital. It was 7 months later, though, that he was finally diagnosed with a brain tumour and then a tumour on his spine, and he was certainly a poorly little boy. It was only a few months after he'd met the Duchess of Cambridge that he sadly died of cancer. Now, while it's important to stress that Mackenzie's case sits aside, it's a different investigation compared to the others that are going on. Still, his parents do want answers, and earlier we spoke to the lawyers representing them.
Mackenzie and his family had a legitimate expectation that once diagnosed with cancer, that treatment would be given to him as quickly as possible. And in this case, that clearly didn't happen. Well, there was actually quite a catalogue of failings in Mackenzie's care. So as well as missed appointments, there were failings to give him MRI scans, and there are various aspects of his care that fell short of what he could expect.
Rhiannon, what had the hospital had to say this evening?
Well, today it's been a day of apologies and reassurances for the thousands of patients that continue to have cancer treatment here. However, it does appear that in terms of the investigations ongoing, they are taken out of the hands of the hospitals. I suppose a sign that it was inadequate the way that they had looked into things in the past. There's this external inquiry into 30 different cases, as well as potentially a police investigation which could be carried out in the future. We spoke to the Chief Executive, Gordon Coates, earlier.
I've met with Essex Police because they've informed me of their review, and what they're currently doing is reviewing the information, which is a large amount of information provided by the police, by the CQC to the police. And they've started speaking to individuals. We've supported individuals in that, which is very difficult. But I think what's important here is that we reinforce that the patients who are currently on our treatment pathways, this review was about delays, not about treatment. I would say if patients are currently being treated, please keep your appointments. That's the best way to get the best treatment at the best time.
Now, it's important to stress the Chief Executive is staying in post. He believes that is the best way forward. However, campaigners who want change in the NHS will say that the stories we're hearing today are all too familiar. Basically, whistleblowers not listened to and patients let down.
Rhiannon, thanks very much. And we're going to be speaking live to Mackenzie Cackett's mother, Daniel Uren, at just after 6 o'clock, right here on Sky News. The former BBC broadcaster Stuart Hall has appeared in court facing 15